So let's take a look at our Canvas page. If you look at this view, we're looking at the main home page. So in the center here, I included just some basic information about the class, our location and meeting time, which is Library 225. We meet every day, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday from 10:45 to noon. Down at the bottom, I have also just a reminder for how to get started. You have some basic check-in assignments for the first week, and here is the link. And down at the bottom of the page is my GCC email, which is connected to my Canvas inbox. So you can email me through this address or just by using the Canvas inbox, which is over here on your left vertical menu bar. I highly recommend downloading Pronto also. Down here at the bottom of your page, you can't see it in my screen, but there is the Pronto or Pronto messaging app. And we do have a group chat for our class. So a good way to access that is through your Canvas, but also through the app. So if you log into the to the Pronto app using your GCC email, your class discussion groups should appear. Okay, our menu is pretty simple. I tried to keep it simple and not put anything really that you wouldn't need. Even though this is an in-person class, I am allowing Glendale Zoom to show up in case we ever wanted to schedule an office hour via Glendale Zoom, or either as a class or individually. So I just left that up in case we decide to make any appointments in that area. And then if you start at the top, when you look at Canvas, the key to happiness and success is in the modules. So everything that you need to do will be here. I like to go week by week. So I like to just say, take it 1 week at a time. And every week you'll have a series of reading assignments, pages, videos, and usually a writing assignment, and it'll all be found within each week's module. So for this first part of the class, I'm only letting you see module 1, and there are 2 parts to it. So make sure you read all the pages in order, and it ends with some assignments down here at the bottom. And you'll always see the due dates. You'll always see how many points are available. And now, as we go into the semester, the rest of the modules will appear one by one. I've also included week 2. And at the top of the week 2, you'll see the dates to complete it by. So this one should be completed by Sunday, September 14th. And you always start at the top and work your way down. If I try to click on these pages, they don't open because the links have not been activated. So the way that you activate the link is you start at the top and then you hit the button, the next button. And once I do that, here at the bottom of the page, it will unlock the next page. Right now it's showing me that it's locked until midnight tonight because that's when our class officially begins. Okay, so always go to the modules. Start there, work your way down. You'll find all the assignments here in the modules. Okay, click on the syllabus and you'll see some information about our class, just the name of the textbook, some breakdown of the assignments, my late policy, attendance, explanation about AI use and plagiarism. All this stuff we'll go over in class, but here it is written down if you want to come back and look at it. Also at the bottom of your syllabus page, you have a course summary. So what that means is you have access to all of the upcoming assignments this way. So some of the stuff that you might see right here on the page is showing you actually some of my other class information. Yours is going to look a little different, but it just gives you another way to access your information. Okay, you can also access the assignments by clicking on Assignments, and you'll see a list there. So that just gives you another way to go back and just check to see what we're doing. I've unlocked all the assignments so you can look at them, even though they won't be due for several weeks. You can always access your grades by clicking on Grades. It's always good to check your scores. As soon as I grade a paper or an assignment, you'll see the score appear here. The quizzes are self-grading, so those should appear pretty quickly or immediately. But the writing assignments have to be graded, so you'll see that that might take a few days. If you scroll down to the bottom, you'll always be able to see your current totals. So your total grade is then your current grade. If I haven't graded something, your grade would not be up to date. But once everything is graded, then this would be your current up-to-date grade. Okay, and then from time to time I will add an announcement just to give you some information or to say, hey, I'm not going to make it to class today. Just something at the last minute maybe. Or sometimes I'll share with you an extra video that I made to help you with an assignment or a great link that I found, etc. So check your announcements. You can also program your Canvas so that the announcements are sent to you by email or that they appear as pop-up messages. So you can adjust all your Canvas settings to have it the way you like it. If you want to receive messages all the time or never or just sometimes, go to your account and make sure that you tell Canvas what you want from it so that you're not getting annoyed by too many messages or not enough. Okay, and one of our assignments will be discussions. So the discussion posts are public, and I'll ask you to share certain questions or ideas. And once these are unlocked, you'll see all of the different discussion assignments appear here. And you'll always see the due date, and you will always be able to read other people's comments as soon as you post your answer. Okay, and then we have a list of your classmates here under People, and that should pretty much get you started. The only other thing I really want you to pay attention to is your to-do list. So anything that I've assigned as an official assignment with points will appear here on your to-do list. So always make sure you check it, make sure that you've completed whatever's coming up. Okay, the only thing that doesn't appear on the to-do list, by the way, are quizzes. Because the quizzes, technically, you can work on them until the end of the semester. So for the quizzes, you just want to keep an eye on the modules and just make sure that if you see a quiz here in the modules, like I'm seeing here with a little star, that you're completing it that week that you see it appear in that module. But you have all semester to work on it, to go back, improve your score. So we'll talk about that in a separate conversation. All right, thanks for listening. I hope this helps. I look forward to working with you.